I am live. It says it right there. Hey everybody. How are you doing? You were excitedly waiting for the Epstein list, right? We were supposed to it's not exactly a list, it's a trove of documents. So it finally came out yesterday. People are talking about it. And welcome to the show. We'll wait for people to get tuned in. Let's give people a little sound. Hold on, let's see. No, that's easier. That's easier on my brain. Dershowitz. I was looking at videos I made about this in the past. I made a lot of videos about it. It's actually anticlimactically old news already. In fact, I'm fairly certain I read from the same documents before they were sealed. So, which was long ago. I went and did a look at the history of my show, just talking about Alan Dershowitz, and there are several episodes from 2019, from as early as April 20th, 2019, December 19th, 2018. I made a video, Dershowitz Epstein claims. So we got Dersh, Clinton. What did you guys think about it that you've seen so far? Did you like the story about Stephen Hawking? There are so many memes about Stephen Hawking. I should probably show you those. Stephen Hawking, about how he participated in an underage orgy. I'd have to find that exact. I'd have to find where that's written. Let me look up Hawking and see what the most popular. He's dead, right? Yeah, I'll show you the memes. There are so many. All different, too. What's up, Orwell, today? What's up, Al Shizzle? What's up, Jackie D? Jackie D says, very anti-Semitic. Yes, you are probably being anti-Semitic right now because you clicked on this one. You guys, I'll start you off with those memes. I don't know if I have a super long show today, but I know people wanted to get an update on these documents. So I'm here. I'm queer, and I'm not going away. We're right up against, hey, Pirate, we're right up against the Bitcoin ETF approval. It seems like people are tweeting out that it's done. Anthony Scaramucci tweeted out those words. It's done. And Bitcoin's doing well today. So I'll show you that too. Or I might show you that. How are you guys doing? Happy Thursday, January 4th, 2024. Have you had to write down the year yet? Have you forgotten already? 2023 was such an eventful year. This year is scheduled to be even more eventful. Oh yeah, Al Shizzle, that's a good one. The creatures at the Miami Mall. Yeah, that's an interesting story. Creatures at Miami Mall. Miami Mall incident. I'm looking. News. Oh, I can't. You'd have to give me a little better way to search for it, and I can look for that story. Yeah, somebody claimed there were like aliens walking around a mall in Miami. Nuckfugget says ETF will not be approved yet. We'll see. I'd wager on it. I'd bet you it will. Although, what's his name? Max Kaiser said there's going to be a delay because of something to do with self-custody. But I can show you guys the different tweets. Scaramucci. The price right now is $44.5. So it's almost back up to 45,000. So it's doing well. Anthony Scaramucci, here, I'll show you the chart. Fuck it. I'll show you the Epstein news too. And the Dershowitz denial, which is insane. Here's Bitcoin. Yeah, I believe in it. I believe the approval is not priced in, probably. This is the Bitcoin chart. This is today. This is the 15-minute chart. So it's looking good. It's pumping back up to 45 pretty soon. Hopefully you got some. I helped somebody out with Bitcoin yesterday. I helped somebody out with crypto yesterday. Somebody needed help. Some people do, just to recapture their old cryptocurrency that they bought on other platforms. So this was about moving stuff from Binance.us to Coinbase. So if you need help with cryptocurrency, remember I'm available for consulting. You can just text me at 650-429-8294. I'll put the number on the screen now so you can capture it. You can text me at that phone number, 650-GAY-TAXI, and then I can consult with you either over the phone or by Zoom. So if you need help finding old crypto, or now's the time. It's pumping. People are getting excited again. So yeah, I think it's done though. Here, I'll show you. Let's see, Scaramucci. Scaramucci. He tweeted out, "It's done." Where is it? Right here. It's done. Yeah, I think that has to do with the Bitcoin ETF being approved. So cheers to everybody who's got it, where you got to hang on for the ride. 2024 could be huge for cryptocurrency. 2023 was pretty good. All right. You're here for the news. I'll give it to you. Let me show you the Stephen Hawking's memes. I'll play my intro first. And then we'll do the Stephen Hawking memes. Stephen Hawking, who you'll see what they said about him. Okay, cue musical intro. Boy, that's brilliant. I do think some things in the world are real. Like you guys. You guys are real. Most of you. Most of my listeners, I think, are not just in my head. I think I have the metrics to prove it. You've taken a leap of faith today. What is that sound? And I apologize if you take offense. I'm a little offended myself. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the future. What it is, joining you live from sunny California. It's a beautiful day today. I'm your host, Nathan Stoltman. And I bring you the news, the real news. Oh, that was weird. Yes, that's right. I'm trying to find that story about the creatures at the mall. So creatures in a mall, it just doesn't say. Doesn't say. Can't find it. I saw the story though. I know what you're talking about. Let me show you the Stephen Hawking memes. They said he was there at the island and participated in an underage sex orgy, apparently. This is Stephen Hawking as soon as he landed. Okay, hold on. Stephen Hawking rolling up on Epstein Island. Oh. Another one. Jesus after seeing Stephen Hawking on the Epstein list. Oh God, look out! Okay, Stephen Hawking as soon as he touched ground on Epstein Island. There, he takes off his blanket and he can stand. Okay, got it. Ryan Dawson says Epstein was spying on science and technology to give to Israel. Recording of Stephen Hawking trying to impress the host. Let's see. Yeah, a wheelchair. Oh, God. That is terrible. Wheelchair ramp. Stephen Hawking on Epstein Island watching undressed midgets solve complex equations on a too high chalkboard. That's what they said he liked doing. You'd have to know what they said. I'll show you the fake Twitter about it. Here. This was the fake post about it. Did Jeffrey Epstein ever talk to you about Stephen Hawking's? Hold on one sec. Wait, are you telling me that Stephen Hawking frequented the island for pleasure? Yes, Jeffrey loved to have intellectuals visit the island so he could reward them for their hard work for humanity and for other darker reasons. Did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Stephen Hawking's proclivities? Yes, he liked watching undressed midgets solve complex equations on a too high up chalkboard. So that's the joke. It's fact checked. It's fact checked. So it's not real. Let me see. Do I have any more memes about it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here's another meme. Stephen Hawking on his way to Epstein's Island after hearing there was an orgy going on. God throwing Stephen Hawking out of heaven. Stephen Hawking on the island when his carer wasn't watching.
Give me a hand. I'm here with a friend who you may have seen is in a wheelchair, and I need a little bit of help getting him in and out of the pool. Now, I mean, getting him in the pool is not really good.
Stephen Hawking on Epstein Island.
Oh, that feels so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like that.
oh, baby.
I thought about this all day.
Not so fast. You are hurting me. Oh, that feels so good.
Yeah. Like that.
Oh.
There you go. So that's Stephen Hawking on Epstein Island. All right, that's fake news. Yeah, I think these are old documents. I think I've seen them before. Clinton's name is in there a bunch of times. Clinton, Dershowitz are in there a bunch of times. The question answer here is, did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? He said one time that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. So that's the reference to Clinton, the main reference that implies that he did something. This guy, Thomas Pritzker, is identified in the documents, allegedly had sexual activity. Question, how many times have you had sex with Tom Pritzker? Do you know what that question means? I believe so. All right. And what is the answer to that question? I believe I was with Tom once. So he's a big CEO. And then there's this other guy, Durbin or something. So here is the video. This is first of all, I'll play an intro video to Dershowitz. See, I can't believe these people interview Alan Dershowitz after the allegations. But here is Alan Dershowitz admitting to getting a massage at Epstein's house from a middle-aged woman, apparently. Let's play this clip.
You actually handled the tough questions. You even bring it up yourself, and you've had some of the worst allegations.
Look, I've had sex with one woman since the day I met my wife, so I'm very proud of that. I'm not a flirt. I'm not anybody who hugs people. The reason they couldn't successfully go after me is I have nothing to hide. I say, let everything be released. I waive all my right to privacy. Every deposition, every videotape, everything should be out there because they will all prove my innocence because I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it.
No, and I mean, like I said, I think you've had a lot of validity in your claims. But the problem is with the association of Jeffrey Epstein, and with obviously that reputation, that you're fighting an uphill battle. But I want to show we saw this one clip, and I just want to get your opinion on it. So if we can show that, I want to show Alan this short one and just kind of get your opinion on what this clip is about.
Okay.
That was in my wife's calendar. My wife scheduled a massage. You think my wife scheduled a massage with an underage sex slave, and then you'll believe anything. No, we lived in New York.
Other calendar entries.
Let me
Can you
finish.
guys clarify that other calendar
Let me
entries
finish.
had a
Let
collective?
me finish.
Go
I
ahead.
was a visiting scholar at NYU. My wife had professional masseuse. We have checks, canceled checks, proving that the massage occurred, when it occurred, who it occurred with, and I've had very, very few massages in my life. One at Jeffrey Epstein's house by a middle-aged woman who gave me a shoulder and neck massage, which I hated. I called up my wife and complained about it immediately. No, I've done nothing wrong. If you want to put me on trial here, you have to give me an opportunity to fully explain. You will not be able to make just charges against me without giving me an opportunity.
You had a massage at Jeffrey Epstein's house? Do you know who it was who performed that?
Yes, I mean, we know approximately who it was. There were a lot of people around her. We think we remember, and the person who was in charge of the Epstein house confirmed this, that it's a woman named Olga who was in her 40s and was a professional massage therapist.
And Alan, I thought
Woman
you handled
named
that pretty
Olga.
well, but
What do you
there is,
think?
one thing. You admitted to a massage at Jeffrey Epstein's. I mean, that sounds bad in theory. I don't know. I'm just saying, as an attorney, how do we justify that? Because even that clip, you said you didn't get many massages, and then all of a sudden you're at Jeffrey Epstein's having a massage. It just raises red flags to the conspiracy theorists that are watching.
Well, but my wife had a massage as well. I was having neck pains, and I was representing Jeffrey Epstein, and he said, "Oh, you're having neck pains. I have this person." I've had a few massages on my neck and my shoulder, and there's just nothing wrong with that. I did nothing wrong, and I was the one who said I had the massage. I didn't have to say that. It was none of anybody's business. But I have nothing to hide. I wanted it all out there. And if you want to infer from having had a massage for a massage therapist that we have checks for, or that my wife had a massage in Jeffrey Epstein's house, which she did. And by the way, Nobel Prize winners have had massages in Epstein's house. The heads of various companies and universities, it was a very common thing to have massages. Remember, nobody knew that Epstein was doing anything wrong. The president of Harvard was with Epstein all the time. The provost of Harvard, so many prominent people, and my friendship with him was an academic friendship. And inevitably, when you have a professional relationship with somebody and you spend some time with them, including over their house with your wife, years before there were any allegations against him, and you have a neck pain and there's a professional massage therapist around, you'll get a massage. So I had a neck massage and a shoulder massage. I didn't like it. It was too hard and too rough. And I called my wife and I complained about it, but that's it. And the person who now claimed that I did anything inappropriate has now admitted that she may have a case of mistaken identification. Her lawyer has admitted it. Her lawyer is on tape admitting that nothing was wrong. So, I've been, as far as I'm concerned, completely exculpated. I did nothing wrong. And, if you want to find me guilty of having a massage, then you have to find hundreds of thousands of people guilty, including my wife. And
Hundreds
none
of
of us is guilty.
thousands?
Yeah.
Really? That's from our guy, Prime Time, with Alex Stein, who has the show on Blaze TV, is making the big bucks for sure over there. Even though the show, I don't know how popular it is. You guys watch Prime Time with Alex Stein? All right. So here's the latest response since the documents came out. And again, I was covering this. I can show you. This is my censored. This is on altcensored.com. The videos that were on my old channel. These are all the times I covered something to do with Dershowitz. And it had to do with Mike Cernovich too. Mike Cernovich teamed up with Dershowitz to make a claim. So to try to get the documents sealed, I think he was working as Dershowitz's proxy at one point. But here is Alan Dershowitz saying how many of them have actually condemned Hamas? How many of the people that accuse him, the radical feminists? This is pretty bad.
The point I do want to make is that I understand all the feminist groups and the radicals who think this is the worst thing in the world, that anybody ever had any contact with Jeffrey Epstein. Where are all those radical feminists when it comes to the Hamas rapes of young Jewish girls, sexual abuse, beheadings? They are quiet. They are silent. The incredible hypocrisy of the Me Too movement. Me Too, except if you're a Jew. If
There you
and
go.
I want to have a
That makes
list
sense.
of all the radical feminists who are pushing hard, and I understand that, to get all these names revealed. And I want to know how many of them have ever actually condemned Hamas for the rapes that we now know occurred and the murders that occurred. How many have been silent? And how many, like the National Lawyers Guild, have actually approved of what Hamas did? So let's put this in context. I'm
There you
thrilled
go.
that all these papers have come out. I urged them. I went to court. I asked for everything to come out because I knew that I had done nothing wrong and the papers would exculpate me. What I only worry about is that maybe the judges withheld certain documents. I want to make sure every single document comes out, including the documents that cast doubt on the credibility of some of the accusers and some of the accused. The public has the right to see everything and make their own judgment. We do not country in guilt by accusation, but guilt by association.
There you go. So that's Alan Dershowitz's response, which is, where are they talking about the Hamas rapes? The Hamas rapes story. There was a New York Times article that said how Hamas weaponized sexual assault, but there's been doubt cast on that whole thing. They're calling it a hoax, actually, at the Gray Zone. Max Blumenthal. Haaretz came out with a story about it. So there is no evidence of any rapes by Hamas during the October 7th attack. So here is Haaretz per Max Blumenthal. Let me see. It's freezing a little bit. Haaretz with another hammer blow to Israel's Hamas rape propaganda. Quote, the police are having difficulty locating victims of sexual assault from the Hamas attack or people who witnessed such attacks, and decided to appeal to the public to encourage those who have information on the matter to come forward and give testimony. Even in the few cases in which the organization collected testimony about sexual offenses committed on October 7th, it failed to connect the acts with the victims who were harmed by them, unquote. That was in Haaretz. So actually, the Hamas rape allegations themselves seem to be debunked. They seem like a hoax, actually. So there you go. But that's what Alan Dershowitz is saying. And what a crazy MFer. Can't believe people have him on their shows after the allegations. Yeah, there was an allegation that he was in the room when Jeffrey Epstein was getting a BJ or something from an underage girl. So let me see if I have anything else for you. Bill Clinton, Pritzker. Pritzker is related to a Governor Pritzker. He's super rich. And Prince Andrew is in the documents. So, Michael Jackson is in the documents. Did you ever meet anybody famous when you were with Jeffrey? I met Michael Jackson. Oh, really? And where was that? At his house in Palm Beach, at Jeffrey's house in Palm Beach. And Thomas Pritzker is an executive chairman at Hyatt Hotels and brother to the Pritzker governor. So Prince Andrew. We already knew all this, though. Oh, and then Glenn Dubin. That's his name. Some billionaire named Glenn Dubin. David Copperfield. Is in there. Have you ever met David Copperfield? Yes. Can you tell me when that was? Sure. Someone called me from the house and said he would be there, and if I wanted to come have dinner, then I could meet him. So David Copperfield also listed in the documents. Pirate X Pirate says, am I in the documents? Nope. No, I'm not rich or famous or a prominent scientist. So no, I'm not in the documents. Thank you for asking, Pirate X Pirate. All right. So anyway, there you go. That is the news on Jeffrey Epstein. Now I have some news. Oh, there's a school shooter today who is LGBTQ plus, trans or something, trans identified, something like that, gender fluid. So that's being shared here. The mass shooter at Perry High School. This happened today. So this is like it seems like a lot of cases of mass shooters being LGBTQ plus or LGBTQ plus identified. So what's up, Farmer Funk? What's up, Mark Boggs? How are you guys doing? Everybody's having a get together in the chat. It's always good to have a get together when we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein. So anyway, this is the mass shooter. He posted this from the bathroom right before he went on the shooting. It looks like a he, at least, with the beard and so forth. Love your trans kids. He posted a picture of. He has an anime picture, of course. Question for those who haven't started transitioning yet. What's holding you back? And he answered, I don't want to look ugly. And there he posted these memes of the rainbow flag. So there you go. You have another trans-ish mass shooter. Let me play you guys. I'm just going to play you random stuff. AI is advanced really far. I'll show you that. Oh, let me see what David Copperfield performed magic tricks. Bill Clinton likes him young. The royal family says they will stand beside Prince Andrew no matter what, despite the document dump. Whoopi Goldberg slams insane rumor she's on Epstein's list on The View. If I like doing it, I'm going to let you know. So she's on a list of fake list of celebrities that went to the island. So Whoopi Goldberg, Prince Andrew accused of having an underage orgy at the island. So that's kind of new. But he had sex with Virginia Giuffre, allegedly, inside the party jet, the Lolita Express. There's the Lolita Express with a full bed. And Jeffrey Epstein's always getting massages, even from Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein offered a reward to disprove the claim Stephen Hawking had an underage orgy. That's in the court documents. Epstein offered money to disprove claim that Stephen Hawking had an underage orgy. Billionaire hedge funder Glenn Dubin was the first person Epstein victim claims Ghislaine Maxwell sent her to have sex with. That's Virginia Giuffre. There's a picture of Glenn Dubin, 2007, founder of Highbridge Capital Management. Victoria's Secret Wexner. Al Gore is mentioned in the documents. Al Gore, but not accused of having sex with anybody. Where Stephen Hawking is mentioned in the documents. The missive from January 2015 said that Giuffre's strongest allegation, quote, is the Clinton dinner and the new version in the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy. I don't know how he participates. Naomi Campbell was mentioned. She used to date, and there was someone from the owner of a large hotel chain in France around the time of Naomi Campbell's birthday party. Naomi Campbell denies that she was involved, says his actions are indefensible. So there you go. Bunch of people on the list who didn't do anything. A bunch of people on the list where there's no allegations against them. Royal family says they'll stand behind Prince Andrew no matter what. So that's the story. That's the news on that's the news on Epstein for today. Let me show you some AI news. If you want to support the show, you can drop a super chat anytime. You can also go to buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil, and I'll read off whatever you leave me there. You can become a member there if you like. It would be really helpful if you wanted to become a member at buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. Then I can get some kind of steady revolving accounts. I got I don't have anything new since yesterday, but I'll take a look at it and make sure to see if anybody gives me that. Okay. Proof of life. This is advancements in AI. So this is from Stable Diffusion. They made a proof of life image of somebody, you know, where you write your name on something. So this one says Stable Diffusion, you, your mom. They had to write their name and your name. And it looks like a real person, even though it's apparently AI generated. The post on this says, "It's so over." And I read to you yesterday that Stable Diffusion thinks they're going to be able to make a holodeck this year. So Stable Diffusion I think that's what I use through all right, let me see where my other AI video is. Robots making things. Okay, get rid of that. Yes, robot. Okay, so another robotics AI. This is the year, I guess, that AI replaces humans. So here's some robots at Stanford that has learned to make food by observing human making food. It's based on imitation learning. The thesis is that robots can imitate humans after them watching them do a particular task a few times. So this one this person claims robots will do all of the mundane tasks in less than 5 years. It could be faster than that, but check this out. This is robots making food. Making a 3-course Cantonese meal, shrimp and egg stir fry. It's sped up, but the robot seems pretty swift. Seems pretty slick. See, then the robot just has to make a YouTube channel where it makes food. And can generate income that way too. Wow, it's pretty damn good. Camera for 20 minutes. It even sprinkles on little green onions, lettuce with oyster sauce. It's very specific, Pirate Justin. Moderately hot, barefoot, and pregnant. Rather than a robot, you mean? Look at that. What if it's just a guy in a green suit? It looks pretty much like looks like that's from the Mobile Aloha team. Yeah, robots are going to replace us. And then they'll do YouTube channels too. All right, let's see what other news I have for you guys today. I have the guy who attacked a judge. You guys seen that? I have an extended version of it. A guy who was in court. Guy who was in court and didn't get probation. Here, I'll show you. Watch this.
Something else, because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
That's crazy. The one guy just hammering on him. Check out. Someone says he got some big air. Yeah, he jumped all the way over the desk. Wow, crazy. Crazy. Dangerous out there being a judge. You can see Stephen Hawking is trending, Prince Andrew is trending, and ETF Bitcoin is trending too, and school shooting. I covered all that news. Now I'll cover some stuff that here's a clip about how drugs affect you, like the birth control pill, how it affects your choice in men. I'll show you that. That was on Joe Rogan. So this is a clip from his show about how the birth control pill affects your hormones and makes you choose beta men. And then when you get off of it, you want an alpha man. So yeah, the one guy, Top Feed Coco, his punches were weak. Nuckfugget says robot judges. Yeah, I'd almost be okay with an AI judge over a real judge, to be honest. I don't know what the difference would be necessarily. Top Feed. Yeah, he did have weak punches. Okay, so this is a story about birth control pills. Play that for you. Glad you guys are having fun in the chat. Glad everybody's here to support the show.
There's the other thing that's odd that I've always wondered, because it's like it doesn't affect men physically. The birth control pill. Mm-hmm. Like, what kind of an effect has that had overall on the way women behave and the choices that they make? Not just because they have choices, because they don't have to worry about getting pregnant, but they have this hormone that is being artificially introduced into their body that tricks them into thinking that they're pregnant, which is a very unusual, very common, but a very specific state of the woman's body. And now your body is like that all the time. Yeah. Which has to profoundly affect decisions you make, the way you live. Like my friend Whitney Cummings, she just had a baby. She got off birth control pill, and she was on the pill for like 20 years or whatever. And she's like, Jesus Christ, it's like I'm a different person. Yeah. Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, that's really common. I hear that a lot. Pretty much every woman is going to be on birth control on her at some point in her life. Not necessarily a pill, though. She'll be using some form of birth control. But I would say definitely in terms of the pill, because it tricks your body into thinking you're pregnant. So there has been research to show that women who meet their partners while they are on the pill and then they get off it, they're not attracted to them after.
That's crazy.
And so I know, and I feel really badly for those guys. I feel bad for the women and for the men, because it's like, how sad would that be? Especially if you start, having a family, then you realize you're not attracted to them.
Well, what is it about them that's not attractive once they're not on the pill?
Well, because when the body is pregnant, you're seeking, I'm treating it like this is a totally disconnected thing from someone, like when the body is pregnant. But when someone is pregnant, or when they're on the pill, they're seeking someone who's going to be more nurturing. And versus when you are not on the pill and you're actually ovulating, during that period, you're looking for more of an alpha type, super masculine guy, because that's a man who's going to have good genes to provide you with your offspring.
Interesting.
So they might choose a guy who is more, say, sensitive or more nurturing while on the pill, and then they get off it, and then they want the more alpha type guy, which, I can see why some people might find that offensive, because that seems to fit into certain stereotypes about women, what women do and don't want. But I think it It's
But
fine
why-
if
why
men
is
are
that-
masculine.
But why is that offensive?
Well,
Isn't
because
that
I
weird?
think for women
It's so common.
to say that women want a masculine man, which I think most women do, I think some people feel it's saying that women deserve to be treated badly. And I don't think masculinity is necessarily a bad thing. It's only if someone is an abusive person that that's a bad thing. But those two things are not necessarily found together. Masculinity doesn't necessarily mean that someone is going to treat his partner poorly. Or I think also communication, right? Masculinity, when they use the term toxic masculinity, they're referring to men not wanting to talk about their feelings and having mental health issues because they bottle things up. And
there's that.
But there's a middle ground. You know, I don't think we have to demonize men, just like we don't have to demonize femininity.
I couldn't agree more.
There you go. So that's apparently what happens when women are on the birth control pill. I haven't had to be around women on birth control pills too much lately. But yeah, Pirate X Pirate said we have to deal with their craziness because they're getting some artificial hormone. So it's while we're talking about drugs, you know, people are taking weight loss drugs. The FDA is investigating whether Wegovy and similar drugs can cause hair loss and suicidal thoughts. They're talking about alopecia, where you get patches, like Will Smith's wife had apparently is alopecia, which I've had before in my life too. It's caused by stress, hair loss, and suicidal thoughts. There are lots of drugs that can lead to suicidal thoughts. So you got to be careful with that stuff. Yes, they're looking into these weight loss drugs like Wegovy to see, based on the reports that they're getting in, to see if they cause hair loss and suicidal thoughts. So be careful. Be careful out there with medication. All right, they're tearing down barbed wire at the border. They're tearing down barbed wire at the border per the request of the Biden administration. And Karine Jean-Pierre had some comment on that.
Dealing with the issue as the administration is also fighting to keep up, to remove razor wire along the border that is intended to keep, this surge lowered, to keep people out from crossing illegally.
Governor Abbott's razor wire does not prevent. It does not prevent non-citizens from unlawfully crossing. That's not what it does. If anything, it puts at risk, it puts the lives of the Border Patrol at risk. It puts them in danger. That's what the razor wire does.
There you go.
Dealing with the
Somehow the razor wire puts agents at risk. All right, so that's news today. Oh, there's news about anti-Semitism. Check this out from Stop Anti-Semitism. This is a real post. Beverly Hills, Jennifer Garner's 18-year-old daughter was spotted today donning a sweatshirt featuring a watermelon, a fruit repurposed to represent the challenges of the Palestinian people. The symbol erases the entire country of Israel. So here it is. Here she is. Oh my God, that mask. You got to be kidding me. So that's her with Jennifer Garner being photographed wearing a watermelon. And I guess they do the watermelon in the shape of Israel. And it's the colors of the Palestinian flag. Don't know. That's pretty unbelievable. Some people say, oh, I love watermelons. Stop anti-Semitism. Someone said this seems like a leap. Watermelons are sometimes on clothing. There's no other indication that her clothing choice has anything to do with politics, but there are watermelon Palestine shirts. So you can support watermelon and Palestine at the same time, apparently. And I think that's what I have for the show for today, to be honest. One piece of news which I've been reporting on was that Vivek has been saying there's a dark horse candidate. I can open up the phone. There are enough people tuned in, but I'm not gonna today. No, I took phone calls yesterday. That's fine. We can have a 45-minute show. 45 minutes is still good. Definitely still time to buy Bitcoin. Definitely still time to buy t-shirts. Check out our shop, truthclothing.io. Pick up some shirts. You can still use the code. I don't know when we're going to pull it. You can still use the code Mary25 to get 25% off, even though it's the new year. You can get one of these propaganda t-shirts. These are awesome. They've never been on sale. So you can get one of these propaganda tees, which are amazing and people love them. This is all at truthclothing.io, and I pack and ship them. We have a room full of shirts right here. Make sure to get something. Question Everything shirts are on sale too, which they never are either. And they come in a bunch of different styles. You can get your Bitcoin Saves shirts and use the code Mary25 at checkout. All right. And I'll see if anybody bought me a coffee today. I don't think so. But you can buy me a coffee anytime by going to buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. You can also become a member at $5 a month, $7 a month, $50 a month, whatever you like. So do that if you want to support the show, if you appreciate us coming to you. And that's what I have for you guys today. All right. So thanks for tuning in. We're keeping our eye on the news. And until next time, that is what it is.